Every legend leaves a trace. Some linger in memory, others in things that were never meant to fall into human hands. In the Myths Belief Store, you'll find artifacts, talismans, and relics steeped in the darkness of ancient faiths. Enter if you dare to touch what is forgotten and terrifying. Link in the description. Imagine a place that should not exist. A place that appeared on the map so suddenly it felt as if someone had inserted it. There are no records of its construction, no witnesses who saw the first bricks being laid. And yet it stands, a massive industrial monstrosity, with chimneys rising from the ground like blackened fingers. Inside, eternal twilight reigns, and the air trembles with the rhythm of machines that should never have been built. This is SCP-001, the factory. And if the reports are true, it is here that the evil the Foundation fights to this day was born. The factory emerged at the end of the 19th century, just as industrialization was gaining momentum. People claimed it had always been there, even though only a year earlier the land had been nothing but fields and forests. The complex was owned by a man known as Director Andrews, a figure so enigmatic that no reliable information about his origins exists. Some said he was a brilliant entrepreneur. Others believed he was a madman. The truth was far worse. Andrews was a sociopath devoid of any moral restraint, and the factory was his kingdom. From the very first day, something unnatural was happening inside. Class D workers, people from the streets, prisoners, the missing, those no one would look for, were brought in and never returned. Officially, they were hired to operate the machines. In reality, they became raw material. The factory produced anomalous objects, weapons, living organisms, hybrids, and entities that resembled nothing known to science. Some of them were conscious. Others were merely functional. All were the result of processes that violated the laws of biology. Watching over the workers were the foremen, tall, thin, inhuman beings with emotionless faces. Their eyes glowed like burning coals, and their voices sounded like metal scraping against metal. They were supervisors, guards, and executioners. They ensured production never slowed. They enforced obedience. And they were Director Andrews' most loyal servants. The factory operated like a living organism. Machines ran without pause, and the corridors shifted as if the building itself were breathing. The underground levels were countless. No one could agree on how deep they went. Some claimed the staircases descended forever. Others insisted that at the very bottom lay something that should not exist, a massive, pulsating heart that powered the entire complex. According to some theories, this heart was the true form of Director Andrews. According to others, Andrews was merely its avatar, a tool created to manage production. For years, the factory grew stronger. It produced anomalies that later began appearing across the world. Some were contained by the Foundation. Others escaped entirely. Eventually, a group of individuals, the people who would later form the SCP Foundation, decided to storm the complex. It became one of the bloodiest operations in the organization's history. Strike teams broke through the gates, fighting foremen and the abominations the factory had created. The foremen were exterminated, and Director Andrews was captured. Reports claim he was tortured and killed, but his body was never found. And the heart in the depths was said to still be beating. For many researchers and SCP enthusiasts, the factory symbolizes the birth of the Foundation, the place where humanity first encountered anomalies on an industrial scale. It is a myth about greed, about reducing people to resources, about how far one can go in the name of progress. The factory is interpreted as a living organism, a man-made hell, or a multidimensional entity merely disguised as a building. Its story forms the backbone of many theories about the origins of anomalies and the Foundation itself. In popular culture, SCP-001, the factory is one of the most iconic SCP-001 proposals. And it's important to note that SCP-001 is not a single object. It's a special designation where each author may propose their own interpretation of the first anomaly. The factory is one such proposal, but there are many others just as legendary. One of the most famous is the Gate Guardian, a powerful angel guarding the entrance to Eden, capable of annihilating anything that approaches. Another is When Day Breaks, an apocalyptic vision in which sunlight melts humanity into living, flowing masses. There is also the Scarlet King, a primordial entity of chaos and destruction, believed by some to be the Foundation's ultimate enemy. Each proposal presents a different beginning, a different creation myth for the SCP universe. The Factory, however, stands out because it is the most human. It is not a cosmic being, not a divine figure, not an apocalyptic force. It is a place built by humans, or by something that only pretends to be human. And that is what makes it so deeply unsettling. Because the Factory could exist in reality. And perhaps it already does, somewhere in a place that doesn't appear on any map. Now a question for you. Was the Factory a living organism? Did Andrews truly die? Or is the heart still beating in the darkness, waiting for the moment production begins again? Let us know what you think in the comments. If you enjoy dark stories like this, leave a like, subscribe, and join us for the next episode. The world of myths and beliefs is far bigger than it seems.